All right, welcome back to the Miami Herald's high school football preseason tour here at the Miami Dolphins High School Football South Florida Media Day. We're joined by Mater Academy head coach Javier Valdes and Dwayne Paddyfoot, one of the top players on the team. I'll start with you, Dwayne. Talk about last season, what you guys picked up from last year. You had a good season, came a little bit short of the playoffs, but how motivated are you guys to take the next step?
Definitely way more motivated to make a run this year. Last year, I would say we got a little comfortable and, sort of fell off towards the end of the season. This year, we're coming out way more pride in what we do and finishing and basically just always attack.
Dwayne, tell us a little bit about your background, just your name itself, like what ethnicity are you, background, that kind of thing.
Well, the name Paddyfoot is actually Jamaican, but actually on my dad's side, I'm Jamaican Panamanian, and on my mom's side, I'm Irish Cuban. So
it's a tremendous mix.
It's a pretty big mix.
Told you
yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, have you traveled a lot? Have you ever go to any of those countries of your family's background and visit and see a little bit about your history, where you're from, all that?
Not at all. I haven't done much traveling, no.
Okay, you plan to at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
How much do they tell you about it? Like, just the heritage you have?
It won't be them. Mostly it'll be like my cousins that'll come over, my uncles, all of them. I'll just talk to them, whatever I can understand from them.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how many languages do you speak?
Just three, I would say. Yeah.
Which ones?
I would
Obviously
say
English, and what else?
English, Spanish, and a little bit of Patois.
Oh, okay.
Like I can understand it a little bit. I can't speak it.
Just enough to communicate well with them.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, tell me a little bit. Talking about football now, just what you've been up to this summer to kind of improve, get better at your position, that kind of thing.
I've been on. I think we just got back from a trip not too long ago. We took a trip up to visit some colleges. We've basically been in the weight room every day, outside, lifting, running, trying to just get the potential out of everybody as much as possible, bring it to each other every day.
And I know more and more colleges have taken attention to you and have shown you, giving you some offers. Like, tell us a little bit about where you stand right now. What's it looking like for you with coming into the season?
I would say I need a little, in terms of committing somewhere, I would have to, a little bit more time. It's definitely exciting, talking to these coaches. I've been in contact with a lot of coaches, through Coach Perez, Coach Valdes. They've done a great job with that. So
Go over the team a little bit. Coming back this year, how many guys are coming back that you think are going to be like impact players, and why should Mater Academy fans be excited to see you guys again coming off the 7-3 year?
Should definitely be excited to come out and see this defense. We got our number 9 coming back, Miguel Lewis. We got Jay Ortiz, I believe, Jordan Turner, safety. We got a bunch of good players coming back on the defense. Offensively, same thing. Got TJ. Running backs are good. Receivers got Steven Rodriguez. We bring it to each other every day, trying to just pull it out of each other. So,
Coach, I'm going to ask you now. We were here last year talking about this team, but it was the first year. What was that first year like, taking over a program and especially seeing that hard work pay off to the point where you did have a winning season?
The funny part is we had our team meeting right before we started training camp, and I told them, the first year is not over. It's year 2 now.
Right.
And there's been a lot of changes going on, and as a head coach, I feel like there hasn't been an off season because the on switch has been on. There's been no time for resting. Christmas, the season feels like yesterday. It feels like we just started. We were talking about it on the way down. I remember coming to last year's media day, and my polo didn't even have an emblem. I was just in a green polo, standing here like, hey, here we go.
Right.
And we were blessed enough that we had a great year. We went 7-3. We lose a lot offensively. Losing Jamal Ajama, the Joseph Barocas, Brian Guerra, our quarterback. There's a lot of linemen come back. We got Steven Rodriguez come back. We got a real young and talented group of backs. Then defensively, like he said, it's time for them to put their money where their mouth is, and we got Dwayne, who's doing a great job. Miguel Luis is our heart and our soul. That guy gives everything he's got for this team. And then we're blessed to have a very talented group of DBs and Jordan Turner and the Brinney brothers, Don Brinney and Latavius Brinney. And hopefully we can make some noise this year. I think it's time to shut the door, and we left a crack open and we didn't get the chance to experience the first time in school history's playoff run. But we're 7 months better now.
Yeah.
So it's our time.
How do you feel the team has matured to handle, let's say, those key district games that you're going to face, like, let's say, the American game or the Springs game, the ones that are going to be the pivotal ones you need to win to get in the playoffs and possibly even win the district?
Well, going into after the season, when I sat down with my coaches, we examined, and a big thing that we thought was, we needed to turn up the schedule, and we did that.
I saw Northwestern's on there right off the bat.
We're going Southridge in the Kickoff Classic, and Northwestern. We're driving up to Venice to play a 6A real top team every year in Venice High School. So those teams are on the schedule to make sure that we're ready, because our coaching, our district is really in flux in the sense of Coach Bell left the FAU, so there's a new head coach at American. Coach Bethune comes back, and myself, and the coach at Goldman, Coach Cribero. But other than that, there's a lot of new coaches, and I feel like it's our time to Coach Allison at HML. That's one of our early district games. They know that the district is where the money's at, and we're paving the way till we get to that point.
Overall, I guess if you talk about just the team itself and talk a little bit about, like he was saying, some of those guys. Have you changed stylistically anything? You said you lost a lot of key players on offense. I mean, is it kind of going with the same schemes more or less? I mean, without giving too much away.
No, hey, at the end of the day, you got to stop it.
Yeah.
But I've been the same coach. I mean, Andre, we go back for a while, and a lot of the things that have been doing at Archbishop Carroll and at Southridge and at Homestead are still in our system, and we for the most part, we might be doing some different things, but not really. At the end of the day, it's our same offense. Maybe we do a formation here or there different, but at the end of the day, we got some young talent that they just got to grow up, and they got to grow up fast, because in 2 weeks there's going to be some thunder, because Southridge is real talented, and Northwestern is always talented, and our district is talented, and we just got to be ready for that grind, and that's what we do in the weight room.
I want to ask both of you guys, not just taking it outside of football for a second. The baseball team wins a state title, like pretty much it seems like a few weeks ago. You have the basketball team doing well. Is there something at the school now that kind of just goes from sport to sport, that kind of like a carryover, where like you guys are kind of like putting the Matter Academy name out there? And is there anything to that, like that inspires you guys, maybe has motivated you even more coming into the season to kind of keep that trend going?
Definitely, expectations are high. I'm looking to hopefully get one of those too. So.
Well, Coach Corey Stevens, last year when he was interviewed, said that we were a big reason why the ball kept rolling, so to speak. Yeah. And I was blessed enough to be in the pep rally for the state championship for the baseball team, and I sat in there and I sat with a few of the seniors, and some of the seniors were in tears because they were like, "Man, this is great, but like it's our turn," and we have to put our money where our mouth is. We've been putting in the work, so I think it's time for us to step up and make some noise and make a run, and see what happens.
Gentlemen, thanks for joining us, and we wish you guys the best of luck this year. Hope to see Matter do well this year. Thanks.